Shalom, and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi-Cantor Hilary Chorney.
A little Torah first from Tetzaveh. We're in this piece of Torah about the priestly garments. Tetzaveh has a focus on the priests and what they're wearing, and there's a rabbit hole of rabbinic commentary that I want to take you down. So we have a Rabbi Menashe Klein, and he's explaining Rashi's commentary about the vestments of the priests. And he says that Rashi intended to explain that the garments that the priests are wearing have a job for atonement, but they don't atone entirely for the actions that the priests are meant to atone for. They can only partially do the atonement. They just atone for the community writ large. So if you think of the circles of apology that the priest makes on in the Holy of Holies on the holiest day of the year that we emulate with our service, the Avodah service on Yom Kippur, the priest atones for the community. The priest also atones for individuals. The priest can only do it for, in this particular case, the community, but not for individuals and for their mistakes and for their sins as well. He says that the garments atone for only part of the sin, but the sacrifices fulfill the remaining atonement. So the garments take responsibility for some, and then there are the sacrifices, which, of course, today we treat as words in substitution that actually have to do the rest of the work. And based on the continuation in the Talmud, this is from Rabbi Joel Goldstein, who says that based on the continuation in the Talmud in Zvachim, he suggests, this is Rabbi Klein, that the garments atone for the public piece only. So if a murder happens, the garment atones for the public's guilt, but not for the murderer. And if gossip is spread publicly, the garments atone, but if the gossip is something that's spread privately, then it's sacrifices that have to atone for it. So Rabbi Goldstein wants to unpack what's this claim, why sometimes publicly and why sometimes privately. And he basically says that we have to believe that appearance matters. So the garments themselves have a role to play because they have a specifically public function. They're seen by the public. They see the priests wearing this garment. They experience the priests wearing it, and therefore it's connected to that public experience as a part of the atonement process and the journey. So if you dress in a particular manner, like a decorous manner, right, a way where you're dressed properly for the occasion, it shows other people, and it might even show God that optics are important and you care what you look like and what it looks like you're doing. But when the priests are commanded to wear something in particular, like specialized garments like the ones that we learn about in Tetzaveh, then God reminds us that the first step in fixing the problems that we have as a society publicly are based on appearance, because we have to present ourselves with dignity. But we should never make the mistake of thinking that that does the whole job. That's just the public part of the atonement. That's just the civic experience of what's happening in public, particularly when we're talking about sins at the communal level. It's just a first step. So it's not sufficient to just look good, that the appearance of the priest, or if we're thinking of ourselves in that place having this experience that we hear described the priest having, and now here we are living in 2026 trying to make good on mistakes that we've made in our lifetime, then the appearance has to actually be in service of proper action. That's what Rabbi Goldstein says. In the atonement process, then the appearance that one takes on has to be appearance in service of action. Got it? Okay. So that's the Torah on which we're going to base our meditation today. If you haven't yet, begin to slow your breath and become aware of some of the autonomic and natural rhythms of your body. Let yourself settle towards the earth a little. Plant your feet on the ground or lean back in your chair. concentrate on all of the pull of gravity at the seat of your body, how you rest on the earth. Let the gravity do the work and align yourself, taking a deep breath and feeling it travel down the spine until it reaches that settled point within you. The next breath that you take, let it travel down the spine again. And imagine it going all the way into the earth, anchoring you further to the place where you're seated. Pay attention to the way that your feet are resting. Let your feet rest gently. And then turn your attention to your arms and your wrists, your hands and your fingers, and let them also rest gently. You can ground yourself further by placing the palms of your hand down on your knees, on your lap, in a gesture of reassurance. Or perhaps place your palms up in a posture of receiving. Take 3 more deep breaths and think of nothing but the breath. Just the in and the out. As you sit in the quiet rhythm of your breath, imagine that you're making your face into a blank slate, so that if anyone were to walk by right now, they wouldn't know what you were thinking. They couldn't know what you were imagining. Your face is making your imagination a mystery. Your face is a veil. And behind that veil are all kinds of thoughts that swirl, every one of them authentic, some beautiful, some painful. Your face is a veil. No one could know. Those thoughts are yours and feelings are yours. Make your face a mask. We're on the cusp of a holiday where a mask is safety, where a mask saves. The hiddenness, the intentional presentation of Esther is what gets her into the door in the place of power. Masks are sacred objects in the Purim story, and the job they do is to let identity and turmoil be a matter of privacy until the moment when our characters are ready. Your face is the most complex, beautiful mask you'll ever own. What can your face do? When you're at rest and listening to a story, when you're having a difficult conversation, when you're hearing something that troubles you, what are your eyebrows doing? What is your mouth doing? Do you project curiosity, discomfort? Do you project interest or disinterest? Do you project boredom? Do you project concern? Your face is the most beautiful and complex mask you will ever own. It is the first thing that many people encounter, not just once, but again and again and again. Even before you do the work of opening your mouth and entering or continuing a conversation, your face is sending messages. What is it saying? What does your face say when you stop thinking about what your face says? What is your resting mask? Do you like it? Do you wish you could change it? We'll move into meditative quiet, thinking about the masks that we wear as the first part of us that others encounter. Thinking of our face as a sacred object under our control. I invite you to slowly begin to come to the surface again. Returning your awareness to your feet and legs, to your core, to your arms. Finally, returning to the surface by opening your eyes. And I wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom and a Nir Chag Sameach.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.